Any questions? Anything? Any insights? Any updates? Any thoughts? Anything? Andre, we never see you like 3 weeks. What's going on? Update us.
Sure. Yeah, I've been working full time at a studio here in Bucharest. Like I know the founders. They're one of like the bigger houses. It's not a big VFX house by any chance, but they're doing something bigger than most people here. There's
Mm,
not like a big scene here. And yeah, they just had this like huge asset for the first time, and they needed some help. They were behind work. So they got in touch. It was like they called me. I was like, "Hey, can you come over to the studio?" It's not really what I want, like working here, because I can charge 3 times more abroad, you know. But it was still decent. I liked, leaving my apartment for once. Uh,
right,
touching grass, talking to people, stuff like that.
right.
Um, yeah, I also finally figured out all the documents with my company because that was a long due.
Mm,
Uh, and yeah, you also asked us about like updates and stuff like that a while ago in a post, and I didn't want to post it because I wasn't having the money yet, and I didn't know if I was gonna get scammed or not. So I was like, I know already, I shouldn't have done that, like I shouldn't have without everything in place, but I did it anyway, and it worked out fine.
good, good.
We got paid by these two clients, which is really good.
Awesome.
I'm buying a new computer. The case is coming tomorrow. I'll build it.
Oh my God, that's a
Yeah.
wonderful news, man. Oh, I'm so happy for you, man. Yeah, that's a celebration.
You can't really. It's a yeah.
Yeah,
Trading to a
that's wonderful.
5070. 5070
Ooh, that's
Ti
great.
actually. So I'm really happy about that. Yeah.
Woo, great.
So yeah, that's it. Other than that, I got nothing in my calendar. It's all empty. Message some
Yeah, so
people.
do
Didn't
you
get
have
any messages
material?
back.
Did you document all this process or didn't?
I
A
did
little
not.
bit.
No.
Okay, next time, man, just start documenting.
Fair
Just
enough.
we want to see your post out there.
Fair
We
enough.
want to see
Yeah.
your post out there. Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, I guess I have messaged like a bit of like quite a few people. I think I'm not really niched down, and I can understand what Sarah was saying about. I finally understand it myself. But like
Mhm.
Sarah was saying, is just like, yeah, my website is tailored more towards like studios, and that's like a really good point. Like now I understand it better, and I don't mind if I find like really good studios. I would love to work with them.
Right. Is that your
And
niche? That's really good. Yeah.
if they pay well also, like because I don't have to like deal with like finding clients and stuff like that other than
Exactly. That's a good point. Yes. Hey there, hope you are enjoying the video. Just a few seconds. If you're stuck below 1K gigs and you want to start closing 5K projects on a monthly basis, this is for you. In the description below, you can apply for our free school community. Inside, you will get a private 3D community, a mindset module, a modeling and animation course, a cinematic 3D lighting course for free, a high ticket sales course free for now, and the Bolt with our best training. 1 year full of meetings ready for you. Can check it out. Okay, see you there.
but I have messaged some people in the perfume industry, some in the like the footwear industry and like stuff like that. Nobody answered back. uh, I do feel like people answer more. Like, and I want to ask this: is like, do you feel like if you just send a connection, a lot of people like accept my connections. So it's like that's
Mhm,
fine. But then I send a
mhm.
message, nothing here. I don't hear back. Short messages, long messages. They mostly answer when I say, "Hey, thanks for connecting." If I just say that, they usually answer.
Right.
Do something like bigger, like, "Hey, thanks for connecting," and then I'm trying to ask something related to their profile or like
Right.
ask something about a pain point. They don't usually do it. They don't even look at it. I think they see that it's like something
Do, do,
related to
do,
work.
do you
They
have
get
do you have an example of that? Do you have an example of
Uh, let's see, let's see,
hey
let's see.
Severo, hey Sarah, so Anna. I get confused again.
Well,
I'm
now I'm
sorry.
saying that like someone actually answered and I opened it. Fuck. Uh,
No one answer right now.
well, it was like more. It's a studio, and I saw it not using like 2D, and I was just talking to one of these guys. I don't know how I'm gonna continue the conversation. It's more just me studying a bit like what they're doing.
Right,
It's not
right,
like
right.
yeah, I tried. It's like, hey, I love what their company does. I think more brands should do the 3D bandwagon for sure. If you ever need extra support with like their studio, so if you ever
Okay.
need support with photorealistic 3D asset, I would be super happy to help.
Okay.
Um,
if you think about that, are you talking about you or are you talking about them?
I'm talking about me, but I was
Right.
thinking about in the studio context where
Mhm.
they're not really the client, like they just offer a service.
Mhm.
I was kind of thinking that maybe it helps talking a bit about you so they know that you exist. And if they have
Right.
work,
Right. If
yeah,
it's but that's a studio, right?
yeah,
Talking about, yeah. So I mean, you have two options there. They're pretty busy, and now they see that you exist, and
yeah,
they see, okay, this guy exists. In that case, like, why answer it? It's like, yeah, I know you exist. That's it.
fair enough. Yeah,
Right? So the typical like question that I mean, the typical message that will be answered is when you ask a question at the end,
fair
right?
enough.
You need to have a call to action. So a great post or a great conversation start a conversation. You need to talk something about them, and then ask a question, and that
Okay.
will you'll have a
Uh,
more success with answers. Because if you don't ask a question at the end of the message, why someone should just answer? It's like they can just give you a thumbs up or just a reaction, but
yeah.
right?
I do have more examples.
Yes, go ahead.
Um, I was like, hey, I love brand aesthetic and approachable message it conveys. As the
Mm-hmm.
collection grows, are you exploring ways to keep the visuals consistent? That was
Mm-hmm.
it.
So
Nothing.
can you repeat it? Can you repeat that?
It was like, I love your brand's aesthetic and the message it conveys.
Mm-hmm.
As the collection grows, are you exploring ways to keep the visuals consistent?
Oh, okay, yeah. So if you think about it, the beginning sounds too generic. It's like almost
Fair
like
enough.
you can say that to anyone, right,
Yeah,
basically. So it needs to be a little more in depth. And let me show you an example.
yeah.
Let me show
I
you.
am afraid that the message gets too long. And I know
No,
personally, when I
it
see a
can be
long
short.
message, I don't look at it.
It can be super short. For example, I say, "Hey, happy midday." It's
Okay.
like that was my message because it was actually the midday, and actually he has a post about celebrating midday, and I say, "Hey, happy midday," and then
Fair
we
enough.
start a conversation. Like, right? It needs to don't need to be that's related to what they are saying, not
Yeah.
me, and that's the magic of that. So let me show you an example right away. So give me 1 second. Anna, do you have your hand? Rise it up. You want to say something? Meanwhile,
No,
why why you put your hands up?
it's not. I did it accidentally. Sorry.
Sorry, what?
Probably I did it accidentally. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay, got it. So, Anna, can you tell us, meanwhile, what we discuss about the content, the difference between personal brand and a studio, or how you incorporate your personal brand into your post and what results have that today?
So yeah, 2 days ago I have posted. Um, I don't actually think that the text on the post make any sense. I think only 1% of people reading it. So I have posted 2 days ago the video of my 3D scene, and I spent 1 more week to make this 3D animation. I don't know if you can see it, but anyway, it doesn't matter. And today I have posted my post with another topic close to 3D, but just with my picture of myself. And for 2 days, like the post which I have posted 2 days ago has 2,700 impressions, and post from today, which is like I have posted 6 hours ago, has 2,500 impressions. So like 200 impressions more on the last post, but the difference between like this post, it's 2 days difference, and also here is like the 3D scene which I have made for like 1 week, and here is just my picture.
Right.
It wasn't difficult to do my picture.
It's just like yeah, just take me a picture and I would just write down. And actually that 40 minutes or 30 minutes of work had the same impression as 1 week of work. Why I'm saying this, because I think we need to understand that LinkedIn now is in a stage of is changing. Why? Because they're now embracing a lot of videos. They're embracing videos, then embracing content. And not so many people understand this. If you go to the most LinkedIn like people that is more have more followers, more audience, right? You will notice that they will use a lot of personal brand. And that's why, LinkedIn right now, it's a really good place to start because not everyone understands this. Hey, hope you enjoyed the video. If you're a 3D freelancer stuck below 1K project and you want to start closing 5K, 10K projects in a monthly basis, this is for you. Check the description below and apply to our free school community when you can find all the resources to start acquiring high-paying clients. Okay, see you there. To be honest, I'm really tired of seeing just images and renders on LinkedIn. It's like there's so many good content that I just scroll down, and making your face or putting your personal brand, whatever it is, mixed with your work, that's the winning content. That's what give me stop scrolling, basically, or being smart in how I deliver this, right? Hey, Moses, what's going on? Salam, what's going on? Good glasses.
Hey man, how are you?
Good, man. Okay, so let me show you a screen. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. Maybe I can zoom in a little bit, but I have like here like two different messages. Okay, and I will give you why one working, what is not working. Okay, everyone is seeing this? Okay,
Yes.
perfect. This one, it says, and thank Josh for sending me this. It's not Nicole, but thank you, Josh. So he says, the first one says, hey, Mike, I hope you're doing well. Just came across your post. Can you help me by sharing more detail about it? What kind of 3D models do you need? Also, can you take a look at my work here? No answer. And I will ask you why later, okay? What about this other one? Hey, Aaron, great to be connected. The BBC News articles is really insightful. It took some time to read it, and it's great that you guys are building something cost effective and also easy to install and use. What is the difference between the first one and the second one?
The second one seems like the guy asking to do a job. Like, can you please do something for me? But otherwise, you need to offer something for people.
So anyone else has some?
Can you help me by sharing more details about? Of course, no. Who are you? I don't want to share anything. I don't want to spend my time to explain anything to you. Who are you?
Right, exactly. Yeah. Does anyone has a different opinion or another take? Please, one. Go ahead.
I think that the first one, the one on the right, where he is messaging Mr. Mike, I think here it feels like Mr. Yash is asking for something, but on the conversation with Aaron, it feels a lot more personalized. It feels like he actually went through what Aaron posted and trying to form a discussion, trying to form a connection. So Aaron would feel a lot more obligated to connect if he's talking about something about Aaron and not about himself. So yeah.
Right. That's good. Hey, and Moses, and then who else raised a hand? Let me check. I don't know. Okay, Moses, go ahead.
I don't think my idea is so far-fetched from what Rizwan is actually saying.
Right.
People want to relate with someone that actually relates with them. In other words, speaks a language that they do understand. So if you come up and you're telling me what is this, even if it were me and you come telling me, hey Moses, do you let me see, it's not really clear on my phone, but hey Moses, I hope you're doing well. Just came across your post. Can you help but with oh, actually I received a message similar to this one recently from a certain 3D artist. He was asking me on how I was able to get 2K client recently, and his message was in this kind of format.
Right.
First thing that came to me was like, "Ah, okay, I'll respond to this later." You get, and
Right.
yet I often get these messages, and a message like this other one that is on the right. I don't know, it might be your left, but on the right, it is very, very easy to connect to them. It's like, hey Moses, great to connect with you. I just saw your recent post on the keto probably. I thought it really looked awesome, man. I would really love to catch up with you and probably get to know
Right.
you more or something like that. I would
Exactly.
gladly engage with that. I would not even postpone it. But this other one, no,
Yeah.
it doesn't, it's not,
Right.
it does not relate with the person in subject.
Exactly. Yes. Hey, Severo, go ahead. Thanks, Moses.
I will say that the first one is focused on me, and the second
Right.
one is focused on the person. So
Perfect. You got it.
that's it.
That's it. That's super simple, right? It's super simple. So at the same time, your content needs to see the same thing. This is the thing. Your content, whatever you publish, you need to understand the same thing. At least, I mean, if you, of course, if you have like a killer animation, like the best animation ever, just go ahead, put it on. It will have a lot of reactions and the case studies of what you're doing. But if you talk about what business problem are you solving and also putting your face on it or something more personal to it, it will have the most impact. Why? Because before you ask something to someone, that person needs to know you. You need to build trust. And if you start doing that, trust me, it will be a game changer for you. I remember, Dario shared last week about because he was like, he's doing this for 10 years now, and he was specialized in bikes because he loved to ride bikes, and that's it. And he was pretty successful just because of that, because he loved to ride bikes, and he wanted to help bike like industry. And the good thing about that is, like, actually I was a conversation with another creative here in the inner circle, but he's PST, so he cannot be in these calls, so it's too early for him. And he talked about, how he loved music and how he played guitar for almost like 10 years now. And I was wondering, like, for example, I say, if you go to the industry or the niche of like virtual instruments, like pedals or everything related to music and guitars, right? When you talk to your clients, you will be similar. Like your client will be almost like you. They will like the same things as you. So you will be connected with them in so many different levels. And they will trust you just because you also play guitar, you also are a musician, you also understand scales, and you also understand the game of music. And that's the whole perspective that I want to give you guys of the content. Like, if you put more layers from yourself, and I will be really emphasis on this, right? I will put a lot of effort in for you can understand this concept. But if you put more layers of yourself, you will connect with other people in a more deep way. And you can connect with a CEO. I don't know, things like, hey, have a special kid. I know it's hard, I know it's weird, but even that, people that have the same thing in their life, they will connect with you in a different way. And I really want to make emphasis on this, guys. Like, your passions, your story, your life makes you unique. And that will be the different thing that you have for the marketplace, is you. And that's the thing. That's why no one can be you. And that's why it's so effective. So if you mix that with really good work, you have the best things of both worlds. But I don't know how can I do for you can start doing it. But yeah, and I mean, if you just put the work, I don't know. Yeah. I like, Yeah, I don't know what can let me know. Someone let me know, like, what can I do for you can start doing this, or if you want to start doing this or not. Just give me your thoughts. It is too afraid. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Sarah, go ahead. And then Moses.
Yeah, actually I'm rebranding because I want to focus on what I like. And
Awesome.
I like flowers, I like natural ingredients, I like candy, I like toys, I like books and chocolate. And so that's why.
That's great.
And I love good packaging with a lot of colors.
Right.
I can stare at things like for minutes because I think it's pretty. So
that's interesting. So it's an easy conversation for you.
Yeah, because I can, without lying, telling, wow, it's beautiful. I love the packaging. I love the design. I love the color you choose. And it tastes good.
Exactly. So basically, you will attract people similar than you.
Yeah.
And when you do that, your level of connection is easier, and that people can trust you more. Right?
It's like friends, because actually one of the agency I work for, because we are similar, I'm invited to a party this summer in England.
That's it.
It's like family now.
Exactly, and that's the thing, and that will create like a long-term relationship. And after year one,
money.
So what?
And easy money, because it's like working
it's easy
for
money.
family. Yeah.
And they love what you do, and they love have you on board, and it's a win-win. It's a win-win.
Yeah.
And after 1 year, 1.5 year, you don't need to outreach more. That's the beautiful thing about this. So what?
I don't need to do that. I don't need to post or do some stuff because because
exactly. Yeah. So it was Moses and then Andre. Thank you, Sarah. That was really good.
So you are talking about ourselves attaching our personality to actually what we do.
Yes.
And I think what makes it very, very difficult is most of us have things that are out of line in regards to 3D and what other things are related to our personal lives. For example, I think I had actually mentioned it some time back, is that I am both a singer and at the same time I'm doing 3D. So how do you start merging those two together? You get a sense of create a proper personal brand, okay, that people can actually relate with. But at the same time, regardless of having something that is outside the 3D that you can actually attach, we tend to kind of like have this thing. Okay, for example, me, I'm of the thought that, okay, what if I introduce music onto my LinkedIn and then I'm like, oh, I'm doing this song, or I sang this song and something like that. What is the possibility that more people will relate with it that also understand 3D at the same time?
Right.
You guys can get what I mean.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Where the struggle is it's getting those two to merge and having them work together for the benefit of me as an individual.
Right. Yeah, let me answer this. This is beautiful. Thank you for sharing this. This is beautiful. We think, right, in linear mode. So our minds work in linear mode. We think that things need to be connected for and that reason will work. But the opposite is true. Why? Because your business needs attention. You need eyeballs into what you're doing. I'll give you an assignment, a really fun assignment for this week, okay? And I will answer the question after the assignment. Check the Tarantino movie. Hey, Severo. Bye-bye, man. You're the greatest. So check the Tarantino movie this week. Spend the time and see a Tarantino movie. And you will let me know next week how many languages he's talking about in the how many stories he's talking about in one scene. There is a scene that these guys are going to kill someone and they talk about cheese hamburgers. It's a beautiful scene. Why I'm saying this, Moses? Because you think that things are not connected, but they are. Meaning, your business needs eyeballs, right? And if you're really good in what you do, you're really passionate about it, if you show yourself like singing or making a song or whatever you're doing, you would get the attention of people. And now, if you're a singer, what is saying to you is like, this guy is sensitive, this guy is an artist, this guy know how to create stuff, and it defines you in some way. At the same time, to get attention to your brand, so people will see your LinkedIn profile and they will go to the website and they see what you do, so you have more attention, and gives the impression of that you are more than this, meaning that you are more complete, and you will be connected with people that like that too. I don't know if I explained it well, but different languages and different stories in the same person will amplify your brand in the perception and also the outreach of people. So you will get more attention and people will know you more and will connect with you in a different way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does
I know,
make sense.
I know it's not related in the evidence, right? I know it's not related like it's not obvious. I know, but do it and then you'll see, hey man, you were right. Just do it, execute it. Okay, Andre next. I think is let me open the line. Yes, Andre, Salam, Hassan, and Rizwan. Okay, go ahead, Andre.
So maybe I'm like overthinking this, like I'm doing everything else. Like I actually understand what you're saying about personal brand. Like I agree. I think it's very sound. Like it makes a lot of sense. Like a lot of people talk about that. Chris Doe talks about that.
Yeah.
It's just there's certain things that you like to do in 3D and you want to do in 3D. There's certain things, passions that you have in your real life, and usually and then there's some people that work in those industries as well. So these three elements, sometimes they just don't correlate. Like for me, for example, like I've been hitting the gym for years. Like I like powerlifting and stuff, but like I don't really like the fitness industry in itself, right? Like machines don't necessarily, a lot of them, they just kind of get sold. They got to try to use it, right? Then it's the supplement part of the fitness industry, which is, I don't like it. It's a lot of like simple scenes when you look at 3D and stuff like that. It's not really my thing. And then, like perfumes, for example. Like,
yeah, I'll give you,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'll give you a quick answer for that. That's why I mentioned that we think in linear mode.
Yeah.
And that's something that we need to try to expand a little bit. Why? How many business owners in all areas do you think they go to the gym?
I don't know.
How many they understand the importance of working out?
Let's say 40%.
Okay. Let's say those 40% people that understand working out. If you understand working out, and the other person, and you have in front of you other person is working out also, what is your perception for that person?
It's that they care about their body, they're somewhat organized, focused.
Right.
Yeah.
Are those good attributes or bad attributes?
They're good.
Right.
I think they're good.
Exactly. So the other person will say, you are disciplined, you take care, you are responsible, right? So those attributes does not relate for you doing 3D for gyms. They are relating for you as a person, that I can, if you can take care of your body, probably you can take care of this project.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like putting yourself out there of what you do tells more about your qualities than a direct relationship with, I'm doing this, I will do 3D for it.
Yeah.
But because now that you say that to me, the level of, because I really love, fitness too. So the level of respect that I have for you is increasing. And now I understand, okay, if this guy really to do that, probably is pretty responsible. He can handle the project.
Yeah, okay, I understand this point. Yeah, for sure. I guess in my head, it was just more struggling with, like, again, the niche idea and the approach, because I
Right.
find myself sometimes just spending an hour outreaching to one industry, and then an hour outreaching to a different industry, and then an hour because I have all of these interests, like Sarah was saying, it's just
Yeah.
like, I guess in the ideal world, I just want to find cool people, and you find them to a personal brand. Yes, like,
Right.
you want cool
That's it.
people you can relate to. And then
Great.
you do 3D, and you don't really care about the 3D. You just want to work with them, and you don't really care
Exactly.
about the niche.
You got the
That's
point.
why it's just like,
You got the
how
point.
do
You
I
got
get
the
rid
point.
of this niche thing, man? Like,
Yeah, I mean, basically why? Because, and actually, I was talking to Anna this same thing. Some niche is not important if you have a strong personal brand.
fair enough.
Why? Because I understand that we need to choose a niche is because this is the first step of our marketing. This is the first step of our communication. And because if you serve everyone, you're not serving anyone. So if you don't have a personal brand and you don't have a niche selection, you're lost, right? So you need to choose. If you choose both, that was wonderful. If you choose one of them, it worked too. Meaning, it's always better to have inbound leads than outreach, right? Why? Because an inbound lead is already connected with what you do, right? So how people will connect with you if you don't put yourself out there?
Fair enough.
It's like weird, right? It's like I want people know me, but I'm hided.
Yeah, that's how I got my clients so far. Like, nothing from outreach.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if you don't do it content, how people can connect with you?
Okay.
Right? So the outreach is pretty strong when you have a personal brand, when you're well positioned. So if you mix both, if you mix outreach, content, it's a perfect, like a killer combo. And you can automate the process of connections. So that way you don't need to message anyone. You can just have connections.
Fair
Because
enough.
connections will have more eyeballs to your content.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Is that answer your question or?
Yeah, no, it does, and it kind of
Okay.
like ties into, like, I just seen a lot of people on LinkedIn just kind of like preaching about, like, commenting on other people's things. And I see a lot of people on my feed. I get a lot of visibility.
Right.
Like, they get a lot of visibility from me just by commenting. So I was just kind of thinking maybe that would be a strategy that's a bit more suitable for me, just kind of having conversations with people rather than outreaching necessarily.
Actually, it is.
Yeah.
Actually, it is. And let's think about a little bit why that's more effective. Why is more effective?
Also, for me, it's more comfortable.
Right, but
why?
Yeah, but why is more effective?
To me, it's like they've started the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, kind of like, this is what social media is, right? It's like, hey, I'm doing this thing. I've done this thing. I have this thing here.
Yes.
So they've already taken space, and I'm just here, and it's just kind of like, quote unquote, I'm allowed to interact, because if not, like, you're a weirdo. You're like, you start a conversation and then you reject me. You're a weirdo, right? whereas like, if I start a conversation in private, you're allowed to say
right.
fuck off.
Do you know the pattern of why it works? Because you're interested on the other person's thoughts.
Fair enough. Yeah.
When you comment in some place, it's because first you read what you're commenting, and second you're interested into join the conversation.
Yeah.
It's the same thing of why an outreach message without telling something about the other person is worthless, because you're not interested. Remember, the perfect way to be interesting is to be interested in others. And that's it. So if you do that with the outreach, the commenting, whatever, like, because you can also comment, hey, awesome. And that will be like, right? Yeah. Like, you can comment all like 100 comments, and you always says like a thumbs up of emoji or whatever, like
I
or
can
just
pull
the,
that, but okay.
right, or just the auto response that LinkedIn give you.
Mm.
Hey, awesome.
Yeah.
And you can just click it. You will not have any interactions because you're not genuine, right? You're not really interested in the other person. And that's it. That's the pattern. Okay, Salam, go ahead. Thanks for the insight, Andre. Pretty good.
Can you guys hear me?
Salam, I need to say, I love your shirt. It's really great. Love it.
Thank you. So yeah, when you said maybe we should try to pick our niches for what we are interested in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've never really thought of it, picking it from something I actually do physically.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I love electronics. You know, electronic stuff, robotics, these kind of stuff. I actually used to do it back in like high school. I used to really into servos and
No, go ahead. I'm listening.
and you know, I don't know if you can really understand what I'm saying. Servos and the name of the thing, Arduinos and all those electronic kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like doing it in 3D, I can't really relate it to 3D when it comes to me. I do 3D and I do that. I have never mixed the two together.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing, right? At the end, you need to find your own language. But at the end, if you don't start posting whatever you are, you're losing that. So, business is all about making stuff and fixing them in the way. Like, it's no more than that. The people that is just successful in business because they do a lot of stuff and they just fix it in the way. They don't overthink it. They decide fast. They take the action. If they make a mistake, they move on. If something didn't work, they do it again. And that's the only attribute that you need to have. So content is the same thing. Don't overthink in it. Just do it and see what's working, see what's not working. But add your flavor, add your personality on it. Because if not, you will be the generic thing of LinkedIn that everyone is crawling.
Yeah. But also, I feel like if I was to do these kind of electronic kind of projects, like outreach clients like that, there's this thing about being too attached to something that when you do something and someone is trying to correct it, it doesn't feel right to you. You feel like, I've been doing this like for a really long time. This is how it should be. It makes it very hard. But
what do you mean? What do you mean exactly? I'm a little lost on the thought. What do you mean?
Example. That was last year. I was making a short film for my school project, and the story was based on a personal story between me and my little brother. And I found it very hard to make corrections that my lecturers were giving me because I felt like, no, you don't know how it went. I know how it went. This is how it should be. And then it brought up the point of being too attached to something that making corrections becomes very hard.
So who said that? Who said that?
One of my lecturers.
So don't, with the most honest and respectful way, don't give a blank about what he said. And that's it. Like, don't worry. Really. Just do what you love, do what you're passionate. You live your life. No one is living your life. No one can tell you how to live your life. And that's it. So we tend to put people on pedestals that they don't deserve to be there. Okay? Sometimes we listen to the wrong people. Let's say it that way. So yeah, no one can say how to live your life. No one can say how to make your stuff, how to create stuff. Okay? So don't worry about that. But if you need to put yourself out there and be really honest about what you're doing in life. And if you're consistent, it's almost like going to the gym. Like, you need consistency to achieve something. And content is the same thing. Content without consistency, whatever you do, you don't achieve anything. Okay? That's the goal. That's the goal here. Okay, Hassan, go ahead. Thanks, Salam. Love your shirt.
I wanted to know about if putting out your personality, regardless of the content, works a little bit more, because I had an experience yesterday. I was in a concert where I met new people.
Good.
Like the layers of you like this type of music,
right?
Conversations, you like also this type of music. I'm Brazilian, half Algerian. This sort of things, like, get the conversation going. And do you think there is a way to translate it into the content without being like picking a niche of what type of video or what type of product you want to do?
Okay, can you expand the question a little bit?
Yeah, in a conversation, it's really easy to show a lot of facets of you, but in the personal branding, since the goal is to make projects and have clients and make money, it can be a little more difficult. So I wonder.
Sorry, why do you think it will be more difficult?
For example, if I say that I like it was System of a Down. If I like System of a Down, my I think it's the linear thought you were mentioning earlier. My brain says do a project on System of a Down and then share it. But then again, I don't want to make a music video business,
right,
so to speak. So there's where the imbalance comes from.
Okay, I understand. You say something that's pretty key like here. How can I translate a conversation into content? And I will say something really simple that will give you a surprise. Just write down your conversations and post it. It's like the conversation tone in a post, whatever you want to say, it's better than generic things. And try it, and try different things. I know that, let's say, as an example, like you like System of a Down, and you want like people know that from you. But you don't want to be in the video musical industry. Basically, this is the thing. When you talk about yourself, and you talk about something that is really special for you, you transmit like a certain energy into the post, into the world. And that energy translates into attention. Okay? And that's when your positioning is key. Because if you have the attention, right, and someone see, for example, that you're doing a lot of 3D for sports, right, they will do the connection. That is their responsibility to connect the dots. Your responsibility is to get people's attention.
I see.
It makes sense? So, for example, if you want to embrace System of a Down, like, the first thing for me is like a really calm 3D scene with that songs on the background, like wake up, take it in the back of it. And and the thing is like it's really calm. It's like that give people attention. That's your job, and they will connect the dots about what you do and what business can do with you.
I understand.
But what you said was beautiful, because you need to treat your content as a conversation with a friend. So if you do that, you will be so much more effective, because we live in the world of GPTs and generic stuff and perfect renders, and no one cares about that. No one cares about that.
Nice.
Right. Yeah. Hey guys, once again, see Moses is gone. Okay, so next was Rizwan, I think. Yeah, Rizwan, go ahead.
Okay, so I have a couple of questions actually. My question is quite similar to Hassan's, and I think that got answered.
Good.
So I am posting two LinkedIn posts in the
Oh,
comment
cool.
section of
Let's do it.
when you were talking about posting personal photos for personal brand. Were you talking about these kinds of posts? I
Let me
have
see.
attached the links in the chat of this meeting.
Yeah, I'm checking it right now. So let me share my screen, and we can see it right away. Okay. This is Neil Nafis.
Yeah, Neil Nafis is a video editor turned agency
That's
owner.
pretty good.
Yeah, and the other person is Lara Costa, and she's
Oh, Lara
a
Costa.
LinkedIn
Yes.
specialist. Yeah.
Yes, Lara Costa is like, my perspective. I mean, this is pretty effective. You think about Lara, like she's like creates this entire audience in 1 year, and like she's like now probably 50K. Yeah, 250K. So, what I'm saying is LinkedIn is like a fertile soil of this type of stuff yet. So you embrace it now, you get the advantage. But I will say that you can put a little more effort than this picture. Even that this picture says a lot. Think about if I don't put the date in the picture. It's nothing. But because I put a date, it's everything. So you need to be creative, right? The thing is, like, when I see this guy face focus on one thing and is doing this for 4 years, my tendency to trust him more. I think you can do a little more effort into that and make different type of content. But yes, works. For me, the best thing that works is something like this. And let me and this I think is the secret sauce for LinkedIn right now that's not taking advantage. So let me show you what I mean. Shorts. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, this one. This one. This is the type of content that I think it will create really, really, really good. Not like 2 videos. I think if you have you here on the bottom and you have your content or your renders or your breakdowns or whatever you're doing in the top, I think it will be really good, because not everyone is doing this on LinkedIn, and this is really powerful because you split the attention. This guy, like your face here and your content here, or whatever picture you have or whatever video you want to talk about it. Let's say, for example, here you're talking about a breakdown of a project, and you say, hey, this is what we do in this project. This is the lighting that I did. I love to do this. This client was awesome. We solved the awareness problem, and now he has a lot of eyeballs into his brand with this wonderful piece. Just something like that. I don't know. And meanwhile, you're saying this, you show this on the top. Even just a picture of you will be enough. Content like this, like video in the background and you in the front of it. Content like this, you say, oh, but this is too simple. You can thank me later. If you start doing this type of content on LinkedIn, you will thank me later. Trust me.
Yeah. I had one more question.
Go ahead.
That,
a lot of questions.
Your content should be like a conversation with a friend, and
yes.
So even if I post a photo, let's say of like Andre was saying, if you wanted to post a photo of him working out in a gym, should I still tailor the post or conversation in a way so that it communicates to a potential client? Or
Right. For example,
yeah,
what have in common going to the gym and do a 3D project? That can be a post. Okay. What is the common thing that we have? Discipline, self-determination. I don't know. You can notice, right? But you can create the connections. So everything works with everything. That's what artists do at the end, right? They put things out of context. And that's why the contrast of things are so smart. Having a banana inside a museum was a big success attached to the wall because it was out of the context. Right? And we need to find those sweet spots inside our own lives. That's what I'm saying here. And that will grab the attention.
Thanks, man.
Right?
I understand.
You saw the movie The Secret of the Mascots or something like that is called? It's a 3D movie for kids. Well, I see kids, so
Secret of the Guardians.
The Life of Pets, something like that. What?
Wasn't The Secret of the Guardians?
No. It's a 3D movie. It's an animation. Let me Life of Pets, I think. Yes, The Secret Life of Pets. Let me show you an example. Metal music scene. Okay. let me show you this, and I will see you why this is working. Trust me, I'm not crazy. I have a point. Well, I'm a little crazy. That's not bother me. This okay, this one. So can you hear the audio, right?
You be a good
Okay. See the contrast of this scene.
You be a good boy, Leonard.
So why this is good?
You be a good boy, Leonard.
Because it's a millionaire's dog that is pretty cute that is listening to metal music. You see? Contrast attract attention. And that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You know?
I understand.
Yeah. People will connect the dots. You just need to show other people, to show you to other people. Because if you're hiding, how you can expect that someone can see you, right? I think it's a really good thought to end. Any more questions? Anything? Oh, Matthew, Max seems using the same format that you use for 3D content. Oh, let me see. Check that, Matthew. Thank you. Let me check that one. Yes. This is the thing, man. Matthew, thank you. This is the thing. Let me share my screen. This is not explored on LinkedIn. This is not explored on LinkedIn. I will get emphasis on this. This is not explored on LinkedIn. Blah, blah, blah. This is the thing. Right. That's a great point. No one watching reels anymore. There's so many perfect content on LinkedIn that is killing it. It's perfect scenes, perfect product visualizations, the perfect lighting. Blah, blah, blah. It's annoying. I need real life. This is the thing, guys. This is really good. I will save it. Yep. Do you remember that I showed something like this a couple of weeks ago with a guy from India that he was recording his screen doing logo animation? To be honest, the animations of the logos are not good. I'm totally being honest with you, sincere. And he sell it for 10K, 5K, just because he created a personal brand. Wake up! Wake us in the makeup! Yeah, guys. So yeah, so that's the thing. I mean, if you want to explore more, please don't be afraid to put yourself out there. You will be surprised of the results and the good things about that. Don't, you need to be able to be cringe. If you don't, you will not succeed. Salam, go ahead.
So I remember when you were talking to Andre, you used the personal brand and niche as if they were two different things. Like you either have a niche or you have a personal brand.
Yes.
I didn't get that.
Oh, okay. I understand. You have two options. These are two options. If you do both, you have killer combo. But if you don't do both, because of the time, of the needs, of the energy, of you won't want it, it will be good too. You need to be specific to be able to get people to understand what you do. You need to be specific. If I say to you, hey, I'm a motion designer, I do all, and you will not have any idea of what I'm doing because I do all, right? So when you have a personal brand, really strong personal brand, you are the niche. Meaning, whatever you're doing, it will attract the attention for the people that are similar than you.
So that means your personal brand could entail different, like a whole different niches. Like
right. Exactly.
Niches put together.
Yes. But at the same time, you will attract a certain type of people. So you are the niche. You will not attract everyone. That's impossible. Even the Kardashians have haters, right? A lot of haters. What I'm saying is like you will attract the people that is similar to you. So you are the niche. Right? But I understand that this concept is too far away from creatives. So that's why I started with choose a niche as an industry that you want to serve. Because you always need to understand also the struggles and the pain points of your clients. So that's why you need to do that. Hey, Hassan, go ahead.
The way that I understood it is that, let's say this is not Salam that is making product visualization on 3D, is that clients ask for the video the way that Salam does it, because he has a whole way to do it, a whole way of communicating that. Think of, Banksy, the graffiti artist.
Yes.
Kind of like that. Like he doesn't like only make graffiti on certain types of walls. He makes a lot of types of art, and people gravitate towards it because it's Banksy. It's the guy.
That's what differentiates you from the rest. Banksy.
Hey, that's nice.
You see, that's a good example. But at the same time, if you need to understand your client, because if you don't understand your client, you're far away to solve a good problem. How you can talk to someone if you don't understand them? It's weird, right? So if you combine both, it will be wonderful. I'm not saying like you just need to make headphones in 3D and that's it. That's one way. The other way is to create a strong personal brand, and you can be broad that a little bit. So a little more, you will attract a certain type of people instead of a certain type of industry. Right? Like, do you know the saying that every way goes to Rome? Or something like that. I don't know. In Spanish, it's like todos los caminos van a Roma, meaning like every way goes to Rome. That's the saying, Sarah, or I'm saying it wrong? Is that saying? Is that saying?
No, I just like the way it's the sound of.
And in Spanish?
In Spanish, yeah.
Oh, todos los caminos van a Roma.
It's like a song. It's fun.
Okay, so like there is not just one way to do stuff. Right? Life is not linear. You just need to choose. I'm just presenting options and you need to choose whatever you want, but you need to take the action. And so what What divide people that have successful business that they don't have successful business is the action taker. It's consistency and taking action, and then just fix the mistake or do the same thing that works again and again and again. But and this, I want to give you the final thoughts. I want to tell everyone they don't need 3D and wait for them to convince them otherwise. Actually, that's really good, Andre. Hey, client, you don't need 3D. Oh, but I really want it. No, you don't need it.
No,
I really want it. You don't need it, right? Actually, there is I want, this is more advanced, but there is a sales technique that you always killing the engagement that is really effective. Now, I think you cannot work with me. I'm too busy, or you don't want it. I'm too expensive, and you get away from the project, and clients want it more because you're saying that. It's weird, but that's how it works. You don't need it from anyone else but me. Right. So yeah, guys. So I mean, that's the thing. The only attribute that you need to make this happen is take action. And don't be afraid of making mistakes, and don't be afraid that you will like to people or not. Like, remove that from your perspective. Like, there will be people that like you, and there will be people that don't like you, and that's it. You cannot do that. That you cannot control that. The only thing that you can control is to be in front of more people, and that's the key. We have been talking about in these meetings of YouTube channels, of videos, of postings, of a lot of things. So you need to choose one and go for it. And thank you for all the questions, because it's really something that and all the collaborations on the chat, because that's the only way for we can thrive. And why I think, I believe in my heart that the community is the only way to thrive. And I would say this to finish, because, for example, a question that someone has in this call is the answer for the other people's question. Like, who here, when he hear an answer, they have the same question? Raise your hand. So if, for example, you do like one-on-one, we're missing the abundance of thinking and questions and thoughts about everyone, right? And that's the beautiful thing about being together, guys.